audio chant subtly playing in the background. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Supported and curated by Pawan Thakur of Thakur Property Consultancy, we begin an exploration of the Vichar Sagar, the ocean of thoughts. Written in the 19th century by Swami Nischal Das, this text is a rigorous step-by-step guide through the philosophy of Advaita Vedanta, or non-dualism. For centuries, the dense metaphysics of this tradition were locked behind the Sanskrit language. As we see in manuscripts like this, the lack of a common tongue acted as a natural barrier, keeping these insights restricted to a small academic elite. Swami Nischal Das broke this monopoly. He authored his work in Hindi, the language spoken by the general population, making high-level logical philosophy accessible to anyone willing to study it. This choice democratized the absolute. It transformed what was once a scholarly secret into a logical procedure available to any motivated seeker. The foundational premise of Vichar Sagar is uncompromising. The physical world we interact with daily, the universe of distinct objects and individuals, is a cognitive illusion. Because the problem is cognitive, liberation, or Jivan Mukti, is defined strictly as a radical shift in perception. It is not a physical destination or a place you go after death. While many traditions assume that moral merit or devotion lead to freedom, the Vichar Sagar views these physical efforts like a heavy wheel spinning in the mud. It creates motion without progression. The logic is simple. Human bondage is caused by a specific cognitive error. Therefore, physical actions cannot cure it, because they operate entirely within the boundaries of the illusion they are trying to escape. Only precise, systematic philosophical inquiry can remove this specific type of ignorance. Vichar Sagar is not a book of moral advice. It is a rigid intellectual blueprint designed to dismantle the perception of a dualistic universe. This level of inquiry requires a prepared mind, what the text calls the adhikari. Without a stable mental foundation, the logic of non-duality is easily misinterpreted. This infographic outlines the required preparation. The glowing columns represent 4 pillars of practice. First, viveka, discriminating between eternal and transient. Second, vairagya, rational dispassion. Third, shat-sampati, virtues like tranquility that stabilize the mind. Finally, mumukshutva, intense desire for ultimate freedom. Without these 4 pillars, attempting to grasp non-duality is like trying to reflect a perfect image in a shattered, vibrating mirror. With the mind stabilized, the text explains the mechanics of illusion through the concept of superimposition. Imagine walking into a dark room and seeing a coiled object. The mind projects a deadly snake. Your physical terror is real, but attacking it is useless. It's just a projection. Shining a light reveals the truth, instantly dissolving the snake into an inert rope. The rope never changed, and no snake was killed. The only thing that changed was the removal of ignorance through the direct application of knowledge. But how do we generate this light daily? The Vichar Sagar provides a specific methodology. Look at the central portals. This is the 3-step protocol. Step 1, Shravana, hearing absolute truths from a qualified source. Step 2, Manana, rigorous logical testing to crush intellectual doubt. Step 3, Nididhyasana, continuous contemplation, where theory becomes lived reality. This process is an active intellectual mechanism designed to reconfigure the perception of a dualistic world. This entire protocol builds toward the Mahavakya, or Great Statement. On screen, it is presented as a rigid equation, Tat equals Twam Asi. We can deconstruct the variables. Tat, or that, represents the macrocosmic creator of the universe. Twam, or thou, represents the individual, limited microcosm. This creates a logical paradox. How can absolute infinity be legally equal to absolute limitation? Resolving this contradiction is the necessary condition for liberation in the Advaita system. The paradox is resolved through upadhis, conceptual shells generated by the mind that trick us into seeing difference. Grandeur and limitation are just external shells dictating appearance, not substance.
Stripping them away reveals an identical, unbroken, infinite consciousness, Brahman. Vichar Sagar establishes the deductive path to reach this realization, allowing the practitioner to live as a Jivan Mukta, liberated while still in the physical body. Navigating this ocean of thoughts reveals that there was never a separation to begin with.